Hello, Fort family. Pastor Jason here. I know that we are a physically scattered church right now, but I felt the need to send you all a message to let you know that God is moving actively among us. I see this happening in three ways, and they are going to sound familiar to you at this point. Way number one that I see God moving is that He is moving us to seek Him right now, to seek God. At the start of our Lent season, we began a flag initiative called Fast to Focus. The heart of that was that fasting is a turning away from something in order to turn to Jesus and to seek Him. And as the coronavirus has hit us, it has actually forced us to turn away from things that we would otherwise be doing. It's forced us to turn away from responsibilities, from activities, from things that would take mental space and our attention that way. And so it's freed us up in that way, and I see the church family seizing the opportunity to use that time. The other thing that has happened with the coronavirus is that we've been forced to turn away from things that we don't want to turn away from. For some of you, that includes work right now. That includes activities that we enjoy. It includes expressions of family and community that we cannot enjoy right now. And that's difficult. And with that comes questions. With that comes uncertainty. Sadness comes with that. Maybe even a sense of desperation. And while those things aren't easy things, what is happening in that is God is making us more prayerful and more desperate for Him. And I am having conversation after conversation, seeing that happen among us. Church, there's a special receptivity among us towards the messages on Sunday as we're having to switch to the home church model. There's been a special receptivity, and God has been working in a really meaningful way just by disrupting our routine. And so I want you to know that God is growing us in seeking Him. With that comes growth number 2 in seeking growth. Some of the questions we're asking are questions about what does it mean to be a neighbor? What does it mean to be the church right now? What does it mean to love others in the church? This is a season that's testing us. It's a season that's challenging us. And with testing and with challenging comes the opportunity for growth. And I'm praying with others, and they're praying for me in my own areas of seeing the growth that I need because of this season. And I want to let you know that people are open to it in the church, and I encourage you to think about that in your own life. And the third way that God is moving among us is in this area of seeking good for our neighbors. A flag initiative that we've started as a response to the coronavirus is called Reach Out. And we're encouraging people to make one phone call a day, to send one message a day to others. And if we do that together, that's 275 plus phone calls. That's 275 plus messages. But family, I also want you to know that so much more than that is happening right now. We have people in the church gifting other people with amazing gifts and technology that are enabling those people to stay connected amidst the coronavirus. We have people doing pickup and delivery and drop-off of groceries and other subscriptions. We have people buying groceries for others in need. We have a flood of those who have asked about how they can help. And so I share those things to let you know, church family, that this might feel like a season of second best. It might feel like a season where it's not the ideal and we're being forced into something that's less than what it should be. But I need you to know, church, that God is using this season. It's not God's second best for us. That Romans 8 reality where it says that He causes all things to work together for the good of those who love Him and are called according to His purpose, that He is doing that right now. And it is so meaningful for me to get the emails and the phone calls and hear the conversations that are happening. I do have an exhortation for you in this season. It has been a season where, because we're not gathering, giving has gone down. It's a season where all of our rentals have been canceled, and so we've lost that source of income. But as the church continues to be the church, as we're continuing to reach out, as we're continuing to care for people in the church, as we're continuing to find creative ways to connect and to get God's word out to you and to facilitate worship and to do youth and children's ministry, we would just ask for you to consider what stewardship looks like in this season. What does it look like to worship God with our giving? I'm not going to make some big emotional plea beyond this, except to say this is how I would encourage you to ask the question of, what does giving look like? I would encourage you to seek God, to pray to Him and ask Him, to pray as families and ask that question as families, to look in God's Word at what it says about this. I would encourage you to seek growth and to say, Lord, is giving right now, and is how I do that right now a means of making me become more like Jesus or drawing me closer to Him? I'm not suggesting anything about that right now, church. I'm asking you to consider that. And then the last thing I would encourage you to do is to wrestle with the question and ask the question, how does our giving and our stewardship help with seeking good? We are adding ways to the website that you can give. We've added e-transfer. I know for a lot of you that would be helpful on its own. You can head to flefc.org and you can find a page about giving in this season. But yeah, more than that specific thing, I just want you all to know that God is actively moving, and He's doing things that otherwise would not have been happening in our church. And we're growing in ways that we wouldn't have otherwise grown. And to me, while I have my moments that can be tough and discouraging, I'll be honest, overall, I am so excited that God is so good and is using this time in such meaningful ways. So I leave that message with you and pray that God would bless you. And I thank you for listening. And I look forward to the ways that we're going to connect in the coming weeks. Thank you.